what I tell my clients is, what are the good things that your manager has done for you or the company? Start with that. So always start with a positive note. And then the way we want to do that is I've done some work. Sometimes they might say I've worked with a coach or on their own. So I've done some work around where I'm currently at the moment. And I've realized that I'm actually performing higher than my current level. I can share with you an Excel sheet that I put together where you can see what are the things that I have been doing over the last year. And what became really clear to me is that actually I have been doing a lot of things in the next level. So I would like to have a conversation to see how I could actually be recognized for the work that I have been doing, and see also, maybe like there I will always adjust, as I said, on the client, but I would say something like, I want to make sure that the company actually sees my value, understands what I bring on the table, but at the same time, I want to have the opportunity for growth to contribute even more. So I would like us to have a conversation to see how that can happen. And then they open the actual Excel sheet and they go through with the manager. It has happened to me multiple times that only by doing that, they get the promotion instantly, multiple times, because the managers hadn't realized how much work the person was doing. Sometimes even the person hasn't realized how much work they have been doing. So, and I have like case studies and stuff like that where people are like, I got promoted after 2 hours of coaching. And the reason is because we just told the manager, I have been doing all this work. The manager maybe was super busy, especially in scale-ups. I see that happening more and more because managers are going nuts. They have the teams are scaling. They don't really have even time for one-to-ones actually with their people, right? So you tell them that and they realize, oh, you've been right. You've actually been doing all this work. You should have had the promotion already. And immediately they get promoted. Some other times we might need to convince them. So we tell them all that. If we're doing a performance review, we want to make sure the manager agrees. So at the end of the conversation, we will ask, so what do you think? How do you see that? Do you agree that I have been doing all these things? Or do you see that maybe I haven't been doing some of this stuff? And then we're trying to see where's the manager, because what we want in order to get the promotion, the manager needs to support us. So if the manager is not convinced, I want to understand what are their objections. And then what I will tell my client, if we have objections, don't keep pushing. Just take the objections and bring them to coaching. So then we can see, okay, how can we address these objections? What are some other things that we could use? So we leave the manager some time to think about it, because even for them, it might be, okay, how am I doing that? What do I need to say? At the same time, what we're doing in parallel is also building the network around that. So usually when we have the performance review, there are calibration meetings, which means the manager is not the only one who's making a decision. There are other decision makers. And what we want to make sure that whatever is the person has been doing is also visible to the people who will be deciding about that. It can be the manager of the manager, it can be peers, different people. So we want to have maybe some conversations with people saying, hey, I'm putting myself for a promotion and I just wanted to get your feedback on what do you think. We're not telling them, I want you to support me, unless you have a great relationship. But we want to let them know that, hey, I'm actually very excited. I'm putting myself up for a promotion. Hopefully all the work that we've done could help towards that. Let me know if there's anything else that you think I should be doing to strengthen my case. So we try to have a plan around what needs to be done. So if it's the performance review, obviously it's too late. There's not so much we can do. But if we are anyway from 1, 2, 3 months before, then we do have this amount of time to do the things that need to be done in order to justify the promotion. So we have the conversation. Let's say, bad case scenario, we don't get the promotion in that round. We are not ready. We fill in the 5th column of the works of the evaluation sheet where we say, okay, these are the things that I need to do. So then we have a clear plan to get it in the next round. In the good scenario where the manager is, okay, yes, you deserve that. I'm going to fight for your promotion. Great news. They get the promotion. Then it's the moment when we will discuss about the salary. So we don't want to go in the beginning to the manager and say, hey, I want a promotion and 30K more. We're not doing that because then we're asking for too many things. We are not maximizing our opportunity for negotiation. So we want to take it one step at a time. So usually when they get the promotion, the manager will be so happy. They'll be like, yes, I'm so happy to announce you got a promotion and 5% increase, something like that, which is horrible increase. I mean, that's the worst that can happen. So usually they will always offer you less than what you're worth or what you want, because they might have constraints in budgets, or they might think, oh yeah, they would be happy, they were making so little money, so even that now makes a difference. So that is the moment where we will talk about the salary. And the way we start the conversation, first of all, very excited, very grateful. Thank you so much. That's been amazing. You've been so supportive. I mean, this person really made an effort to get you promoted. So acknowledge that. Even if the salary or the rise they're offering you is not the best or what you would like, we still need to acknowledge that the manager made an effort to get you promoted and get a title. So first, we're acknowledging all that. We're very, very grateful. And then you can say, well, actually, regarding the salary, I had a different number in my mind. So based on research that I've done on the market and what I'm bringing on the table, what I would be really happy with is, I don't know, 100K. And then you stop. You don't say anything after that. Because most people, what they're doing is they're trying to justify where they deserve the 100K, but that immediately makes you look insecure and that you don't own your number. So you just say, I think what I would be really happy with would be 100K. And then you wait for the reaction.
And then whoever speaks next loses.
They faint.
Yeah,
That's a real sales tactic.
Yeah, some like poker stuff.
And you just stay in silence, look at each other until someone talks.
Take a sip of your drink. So.
Real slow sip of your tea. Just have a little stretch.
But you need to give them some time, right? Because if you are asking 20, 30, 40K more, like even in percentages, if we talk 20, 30, 40% more, like I would say my minimum would be 20% more for a promotion, minimum. I got people up to 50% more, especially if we're changing companies. That's when we can maximize the increase in the salary. But even with the same company, 20, 30% is very, very doable if you know how to negotiate it.
That sounds big, 30%.
But people get it all the time.
Especially if you've been underpaid 20% already.
Exactly.
You're actually getting just a 10% on market value, right?
But you know what's the big difference that I think it will either give you the promotion or not? Your confidence. If you show that you actually believe it and you present it as it's common sense, obviously I should be at 100K. That's my market rate. That's what I've been doing. I've just been underpaid for so long. Then that's different, right? That's giving you a completely different level of negotiation. The manager will probably have some objection, or the budget, we don't have the budget, that's too much. And what we want at that stage is to give them time. So we are saying, okay, I understand that's a significant pay rise, but as we've established already, even from our previous conversation, is how much is the impact that I'm bringing the organization, and being happy and feeling like I'm actually valued and rewarded for what I bring is only going to increase my performance, my motivation, my engagement at work, the loyalty that I have in the company. So I would really appreciate if you could see what you could do, and then we can have another conversation.
I wish I'd known all of that when I was trying to get a pay rise. If you'd like to work with Yota, we've left her details in the description for you. We also want to make it really easy for you to do some of the things that we went through today. So we've created a free newsletter laying out all of the steps, because there was a few of them. Plus, Yota's created a free workbook on how to value yourself. You can find all that linked in the description, and I really hope it helps you get what you're worth.